Hi, my name's Stephen Hall. Today I'm going to take you through the new YHA volunteering system. So this is a new system powered by TeamKinetic, which basically allows you to advertise opportunities to volunteers and also manage volunteers and communicate with those volunteers directly through your web browser. So by this point you should have successfully kind of set your password and be able to log into the system. If you don't know how to log in, it's quite straightforward. You just go to the volunteer.yha.org.uk website and then just go to login as provider. So what Hostels we call, the system calls them providers of opportunities. And then it'll ask you for your email address and password, and then it will log you in to this page here. Now the first thing I need you to do, you may have done this already, is go to profile and your organisation details. And this should be your hostel name there with all your relevant contact information. Next thing is you've got your profile page. So this is a page that you can direct volunteers to. It's like a mini web page within the site that you can direct volunteers to, which just shows your volunteer opportunities. So it's basically if someone turns up at your hostel and they say, you know, have you got any volunteering opportunities available? You can either send them to the normal site, volunteer.yha.org.uk, or you can send them to your own profile page. Now your own profile page, like I say, it'll have images, your own images, a bit of text about your hostel, and it will just show just your opportunities. That's not saying that they can't join other opportunities from other hostels, but the initial screen that they're shown is just related to your hostel. So you'll probably, this is a demo provider, so it hasn't got any images here, but you'll probably have images uploaded for your particular hostel here. The web address of your profile page is basically this, including the red text there, and you'll have some text in here about your particular hostel as well. You can always change the images whenever you want by clicking on the upload profile image. So I'll just click on this now, choose a file. There we go. You can also, I think you can change the logo, but I would leave it as the YHA logo. I believe all of the hostels have the YHA logo set in there, which makes sense. So profile, make sure you're happy with both of these pages, then we can move on. Okay, next, starting from the top left-hand corner, we've got the Manage Volunteers menu. So when a volunteer joins one of your opportunities, they basically become part of your volunteer cohort. That means that you can communicate with them, or you can even add them to opportunities at any point in time, as long as they've previously or currently on one of your opportunities. Also, you have your linked volunteers. So if I can't think of a reason why this would happen in your particular scenario, but admins do have the ability to link volunteers directly through to you as a hostel. And I know in the near future there's going to be the ability for volunteers to also link themselves directly to you, which means even if they haven't joined any of your opportunities, you can still communicate with them straight away and add them onto opportunities. Blocked volunteers, so if you, like I say, if you've got any unwanted volunteers that you don't want to be able to apply for your opportunities, then you can block them, and that will prevent them joining. Login hours, so the system allows volunteers and also hostels or providers to log hours, so it collects two different numbers. They should be the same. They're not always the same. Now the one that the system is really interested in regards to reporting and incentives that we've got placed within the system, it always looks at what the providers, so what the hostels actually log, how many hours they log. So it's really important that you do log the hours for the volunteers. You've got groups, so this is just the ability to group volunteers, and then if you want to, you can restrict opportunities to that particular group. So say for example you had a group of say minibus drivers where you'd seen the driving licenses, etc., and you were happy that you were comfortable with them driving your minibuses, then you could create a group called minibus and then restrict an opportunity just to volunteers within that group. The Manage Opportunities menu, so this is just creating and managing people on your opportunities. The events, so an event is a group of opportunities. So you might have a weekend event going on and you require maybe 5 different types of volunteers. Maybe one of them is a meet and greet person, another one is a minibus driver, another one is, you get the idea. So events allow you to create a custom web page which also groups together a number of opportunities. Now what you can do, you can advertise that events page, which just the same as your provider profile page, the events page will show just opportunities linked to that event and just information linked to that event. You can also upload files to events, but we'll go on to that shortly. Reporting, so this is obviously reports analysis is your basic KPI information about your volunteer cohort, not the whole YHA's cohort, just your volunteer cohort. And feedback, so when a volunteer logs hours, or when you log hours, it will ask you for feedback, a bit like TripAdvisor, and you can analyze that feedback. The main purpose of this is to try and obviously make your opportunities better, and also it helps you it's usually used as a thank you, a way of thanking the volunteers, and vice versa, the volunteers thanking you if they have a good time. We've been through the profile pages. Help now, so if you do get stuck, this should be your first point of call, the guide and frequently asked questions. And if you really get stuck, then that will take you the contact us information. That's your YHA head office, and you don't have to worry about the terms and conditions. They're already set up for you by head office. So what I'm going to do in the later videos is take you through some of these functions in a bit more detail. So that's just a quick overview of the functionality that's available to you. So I hope that was useful. Thank you.